Hello everyone, it's that time of year where there is lots of holidays and special occasions and events coming up, and I'm getting a lot of questions of how do you handle this when you are on your own. Firstly, you are far from alone. There is so many people that are alone at this time of year, and how you feel is normal. Now, with special occasions, with a narcissist, as you'll most likely already know, they go out to ruin any and all special occasions. I shall add a link to that video in the description. So description of how to handle it if you are still in that situation with them. So when you're out of that situation, and if you have been isolated and you are on your own, how do you go about enjoying special occasions? Now, and holidays. Holidays get to most people, be it the pressure of getting things right, being on your own, struggling to juggle everything. Holidays are a time of year that brings out a lot of anxieties and a lot of stress in people, whether they are surrounded with people, surrounded with negative people, surrounded with good people, or completely on their own. Now, if you are on your own, one of the first things to not do is isolate yourself. And this is incredibly difficult, especially if you're struggling with things like anxiety, depression, CPTSD. I shall add a video in the link in the description about those. And it is hard to not isolate yourself. Now, if you want to take time out to be by yourself, to relax, to sit and have a drink and watch a movie and watch Netflix and have a bath and relax, that is absolutely fine. As long as you don't take it to the extremes, as long as you're happy doing that, there is nothing wrong with that kind of self-care. So if you enjoy having time on your own, enjoy that time on your own. We're individuals, so it's about you. But don't shut yourself off. Don't sit there with the curtains closed. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling lonely, that is only going to emphasise those feelings and make you feel worse. So it's a challenge on anxiety to get yourself back out there, to start trying new things, there'll be lots of activities going off around you, and it is nerve-wracking going on your own for the first time. But once you've taken that step to do it, even if the first time you just go and then leave and then the next one try and stay for 5 minutes and build yourself up to it, it is something that you do have to overcome, but it does get easier the more you do it. So starting to venture out, and even if it's social media, getting in touch with people on social media, reaching out to people, getting that connection, getting those conversations going. There might also be family or friends that warned you about the relationship, that either the ex or your parents or whoever the narcissist was in your life isolated you from, triangulated you with, or you isolated yourself from. There's various reasons why people get isolated from good friends and good family members. Now, if they were there to warn you, that's because they saw what we didn't see. As you probably know now you know, if you know about narcissistic personality disorder now, you know you can spot them now. Yet the person that's with them will not want to listen. They are good people. Reach back out to those people. They tried to warn you because they cared about you. So reach back out to them, have a conversation with them. There's no better time than the holidays. People are more willing to be helpful, to be kind, to look, to help each other out. So reach back out to those people. So tip number 2 is watching what you look at on social media, because not everything is the truth. Now, it's great when people are posting away of, we've done this, we're going here, we're doing that, this is all rosy. And if it is for them, then good for them, but that might pull on you and your beliefs of why your life isn't going that way, why you aren't doing that right now. So avoid reading those things that trigger you. Try to be grateful for the people that are enjoying themselves right now. Try to look for the try to be grateful for them and pleased for them that it is working out for them, and finding ways for it to work out for you. Get busy with new activities, try new things. Third one is traditions, either doing old traditions or starting new traditions. Now, we've had plenty of a Christmas ruined in this house. I'm not completely on my own at Christmas because I do have my 5 children with me, but Boxing Day used to be an absolute nightmare because we are all different. I'm one of those that likes to be organised and have all the Christmas shopping done so that I can relax in the December time. The narcissist was one that liked to drag me around the shops, even though I'd got most of the Christmas shopping sorted. One was 2 weeks after a C-section, pushing a double buggy. That was extremely fun. So there was no time to relax on on Christmas Eve, should I say. There was no time to relax on Christmas Eve, to get ready, to get prepared, to do anything. And there was still the incredible sulks for whatever reason, no matter how much you tried to do. So try and remember just how negative it was. So the first Christmas Eve we had on our own, I set up whole new traditions of fun and enjoyment and enjoying the peace and quiet, which is not that peaceful and quiet with 5 children. But last year we all went to the cinema to sit and enjoy ourselves, to watch a movie, and then when it came to Christmas Day, and some of you might know you might not have your children with you on Christmas Day. My children did wake up with me. I was lucky enough to have them to wake up with me. Some of you were not so lucky to have that. So again, it's about keeping yourself busy. When my children went to their father, I used that opportunity to get cleaned up, get organised, get ready for when they came back, and have a bit of time out for myself to relax. So if you haven't got your children with you, don't sit there wallowing on it. I know it's difficult. I know Christmas and holidays and anything like that is about having family around you, but try and find other activities to keep you busy. Try and meet up with friends. Number 3, if people ask you, tell them the truth. If people ask you, what are you doing? Tell them that you're not doing much, because again, it's a time of year when people are willing to help out, and you might just get that invite from somebody. So don't bore them with all the ins and outs. People aren't always interested unless they've been in a similar situation to you and having that two-way conversation. People aren't always interested in all the ins and outs. Nothing against them. People just have their lives, so don't bore them with all the things. I'm not saying your life isn't boring. Your life is very valid to you, but to other people, just tell them the truth. You might get that invite. Number 5, paying close attention to your thoughts. So if life isn't working out how you expected it to be right now, if your beliefs around the holidays and what you should be doing and the traditions that are happening are no longer happening, pay attention to those thoughts, because when you're expecting it to go one way and life isn't working out like that, it is difficult. So especially if it's quite new, especially if it was your partner or your husband or your wife and you've only just split up for them, so you were expecting them to be there at Christmas and you've got that trauma bonding, which I'll add a video into the description. It is very difficult because it's like a death. There isn't a death because they are still alive, they are still living, breathing, smearing your name, but they are no longer there. So pay attention to those thoughts, pay attention to, you can get trapped in thinking about holidays, special days from the past and what happened then, and you can run into the negative cycle, or you can run into finding the good things that happened. Those don't particularly help out. They do and they don't. So if you are missing them, that is a time when you need to look for the negatives of what happened when they were there and what you can do for you now they are not there. And the last thing is writing things down, because again, when those thoughts are running away with us and things aren't going how we would like them to have gone, and we need to be really careful at how we are speaking to ourselves. So writing down the things that you are grateful for, writing down the traditions that you love and incorporating those in your holidays, writing down traditions that you would like to do for you, if you're on your own, for your children, if you've got children. Writing down those new traditions that you'd like to start, writing down the things that you are grateful for, writing down even just getting up and making your bed. Some people don't do that, that's fine. Some people do, that's one task complete. Going out and having a coffee, sat eating your favourite meal. Write down anything and everything that you are grateful for on that day, or what you can create on that day. Think about how you want the day to go for you, how the things that you would like to do. Now again, don't get too carried away with expectations, because that can also lead to disappointment. But when you are in control of how you want it to go for you, if you're on your own, you can find ways to make it work for you, and keep visioning how you want it to go, and take the steps to make the day work like that. Another one, 7, not sure if I've already mentioned this, but volunteering, giving back, helping out. These places on Christmas Day, for example, that provide meals, provide services, help other people out. Now you can go and eat at one of these places and get chatting to people, or you can go and volunteer. It really does lift your spirit when you're volunteering. Help neighbours out with things. If they need help, look at how you can help them out. When you're driving, just letting a car out, just not being in that in that selfish, negative mindset of it's all me, and tunnel vision in where we're going and how society has programmed us to behave over all the years, and just start adding that bit of generosity to other people. It doesn't matter who that person is, whether you know them or not. I'm not saying go and be kind and invite the narcissist around for Christmas dinner. That might not be the wisest idea, but strangers, just smile at strangers. Again, if you've got anxiety, you've got to take that first step. Fear is something that a lot of people have. You're not alone with fear, you're not alone with anxiety, but it does hold you back from finding that joy, from finding that happiness. So just taking that step to smile at a stranger, to say hello at a stranger, and building your confidence up as you go. So volunteering around the holidays, well, any time of year really, but if you're struggling on your own during the holidays, volunteering, getting out there to meet new people. And yes, it is going to be nerve-wracking. What you've got to remember is the majority of those people, when they first did things like that, it was very nerve-wracking for them also. But you've got to step over that fear and do it anyway. And if you make a mistake, if you don't like it, then don't do it again. Just go and find another place or something else that you can volunteer at, that you do enjoy doing for you. I never introduced myself, so now I'm Elizabeth Shaw, and this channel is all about the narcissistic personality disorder. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and all your comments. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications. I shall add the videos in the description about them ruining special occasions and trauma bonding and anxiety. If you'd like more information on those, please do add in the comments things that have helped you through being lonely or feeling like you're alone around Christmas time, around the holidays, around special occasions, because that one tip might just help somebody else also. If you would like any more information on anything, please add a comment in the videos. If I miss anybody's, please do re-comment, because there's a lot of people getting in touch about a lot of different things. So I'm playing a bit of catch up at the moment. And my mind, as much as I write it down, sometimes I do forget things, so I am sorry. So give me a nudge, I will get round to it. Thank you very much for listening, and you will all have amazing holidays. You can make them what you want them to be this year for you. Thank you very much. Bye.